Welcome back to another episode of ShakLyfe Adventures. Today we are in Goat Rocks Wilderness in southern Washington. I just checked out Mount Rainier National Park. That mountain is massive, but we came down here for a nice little one-night backpacking trip, get away from the crowds a little bit, even though this parking lot is rather full on Thursday. So hopefully it won't be too crowded up there, but we're going to check out the Goat Lake Loop. It's a nice 12.3 mile loop, about 2,700 feet elevation gain. So not too much elevation, pretty steady climb and stay at the same level all the way around until we get back to the car and then back down a little bit. So it should be a nice little cruisy hike, but it is going to get quite warm today. I think it's already up to 80 degrees. Might get up to the 90s later on. We're getting a little bit of a late start here, noon. It's almost noon now because the road up here was 16 miles of just washboard, just I swear my brain was turned to mush afterwards. But we made it up here and we got packed up and we are about to get going. So let's hit it. Goat Ridge Trail number 95. Sounds good to me. Let's go. One mile done. That's a 26-minute mile. We're steadily just going up this nice wide dirt trail. Not too many rocks or roots or anything. So it's not too bad, but it is steadily uphill. So let's keep going and we'll be above the tree line pretty soon, I believe. We're getting above the tree line now a little bit. And this is our first little view here. We can see out. We're not trapped beneath the trees anymore. Dear Lord, it's dry out there. Look at the top of those mountains. Nothing but dirt and ash and rock. No trees, no snow, no grass, nothing. Check out how dead all of these wildflowers are. Must be fall time. Sure is smoky out there. You can't see 20 miles. Hopefully we'll be able to see Rainier, which is over there somewhere. But we have to get up a little bit higher to see over this last little peak here. So let's keep going. And hopefully fall time brings some rain to kill these fires. It's one thing I will not miss about summertime. Almost 2 miles in and we have hit our first downhill. But what goes down must go up, something like that. All right, mile 2 is in the books. That was a 30-minute mile. We are going down for a little bit and then back up. Some nice meadows here. The flowers have mostly died off. Kind of stinks, but the butterflies are still out here zooming around, and hopefully we'll see some goats out here. It is the Goat Rocks Wilderness for a reason. So let's keep on going. Bugs are going crazy when you stand still. So let's get going and enjoy this last little bit of summer we have. Peace. 3 is in the books. That was a 26-minute mile. We're just going along this little ridge line here. Not much to see, honestly, just kind of strolling through the trees and making our way, but I'm getting pretty hungry, so probably stop and have a sandwich pretty soon once we get to a nice little viewpoint. So let's keep on cooking and we'll see you there. Dear Lord, check out this climb that we have coming up. Goes up, up, up. And then it goes to the right through these two peaks right here. Quite the climb. Above the tree line a little bit. Very exposed. So it's gonna be nice and hot. So I'll take a rest before then, get a bite to eat. Gonna have a nice little turkey and cheese, and might have a peanut butter and jelly as well. Nice little spot to chill out at before we attempt the climb through there. Alright, so we finished my little sandwich, and now it's time to do the traverse. I don't have too much water left, so we'll have to survive on, I think it's like a quarter of a liter, not very much at all. It's gonna be hot in the sun, so I took a nice little rest in the shade. My legs are feeling good, and we are going to hit it. So I will see you in the sun. This up here is Goat Ridge, so gotta keep our eye out for some mountain goats in the rocks, but a little late in the day, so I imagine they're hiding from the sun. That's what I would do if I was a smart little goat. Check out this bush. These bees are covering it up. Check out these rocks. They almost look like basalt. That vertical formation like that. Pretty cool. Quite the little valley here. Sure is smoky though. St. Helens is over there somewhere. You can't really see her because of the smoke. But we're making it through this pass here. Not too much farther. Right up here. We'll be able to turn right, and then we'll basically be at the lake by then. So let's keep going. Mile 4 done. That was a 28-minute mile. We're almost to the end of this open area. So let's keep on pushing and try to avoid falling off the edge there. All right, we have made it to the top of the pass. Well, what I thought was the top of the pass. It looks like that is the actual top, so we have to climb up. I can't even see the trail up there, but it goes up somehow. There's this nice little mountain creek that we're walking along for a little bit here, and then we're going to climb. It's nice and breezy up here at least, so we'll be up there in no time. Found where the trail goes. It's these long, winding switchbacks. Pretty steep, but not too rocky, fortunately. to the top of the pass. The lake is over there. Yeah, there. So we're gonna run along this side here, go down to the lake. There is an optional little climb right here that goes up. And I think it goes to the top of that right there. 0.5 maybe? Maybe we'll do it? I wish I had more water, and I definitely would. But I'd have to go over to the lake and then come back. Don't forget where he came from. There's a guy down there. Hello! I have decided that I'm going to go up towards Hawkeye Point, which is that one there. But I'm just going to go to the top of the ridge there so I can possibly see Mount Rainier. Because the rest of the hike is kind of in this valley over here, and we'll never be able to see over that ridge. So let's go up there and see how it is. All right, so I'm gonna head up there. It's about 0.3 miles each way, but I decided I'm gonna stash my pack for the climb, and then I'll grab it on the way back through. So let's get going, and hopefully nobody steals that. Whew, mile 5, 40-minute mile. We are going up to the ridge up here. It's quite the climb, and glad I dropped my pack off. Don't have any water, but it's only 0.3, so I'll survive. This is a really rad little campsite here. It's got quite the view of the valley below. Sure is windy up here though. I don't know if I'd want to stay up here. We have made it to the top of the ridge. This is looking down into Lily Basin here. And Mount Rainier is right there, I think. It's really hard to see because of all the smoke. But look at the smoke cloud over here. That's crazy. It's all smoke. This is looking back from where we came from. Honestly, it wasn't too bad to get up here. Pretty quick. 10 minutes or so. It is 3:30 and I made it back to my pack. After a brief moment of panic, I remembered which side trail I was on. So let's put my pack on, hike the remaining half mile or so to Goat Lake, and take a dip before it gets too late in the day. All right, I'll see you there. Just filled up my water at this little creek, and you can't tell me that that does not look splendid. It's nice and cold. Oh, incredible. A1 water. Mile 6, that was a 40-minute mile. Slowed down a little bit because we climbed up to the top there and then filled up my water. And I've been picking these blueberries along the way. Most of these red plants, green plants right here, all have the last of the blueberries for the season. So enjoying those, and we'll be at the lake pretty soon. Headed up to the lake, 6.29 miles in 3.5 hours. We've got some pad thai with chicken on a rock by a lake. Not bad. Good morning. Last night was a bit of a struggle. Apparently I set up my tent right in the middle of a zoo. There was elk coming through all night, I think about 3 or 4 of them, and then a bunch of mice were running all around my tent, and one actually jumped on the side and I had to smack them off. So I only got a couple hours of sleep, but I slept a few extra hours this morning. So it's about 8 o'clock now. We just had some overnight oats in a bottle. It was pretty tasty, honestly. And we got about 6 miles left to go today, down back to the van. Should be mostly downhill, so it should be a pretty cruisy hike. So we're gonna go down to the lake, fill up our water, and then get on our way. I'll see you there. Looks like the smoke is cleared enough so we can see Mount Adams here. That's crazy, you could not see him yesterday. It's only like 60 miles away or so, and there he is. Loud and proud today. Mile 1 done. That was a 33-minute mile, and dear Lord, it's hot in the sun. Hopefully we'll be able to stay in the shaded part over here for a little bit, but we're looking for mountain goats out here. I don't see any, but this looks like prime mountain goat area. That's where we came from right there. That valley is where Goat Lake is. Pushing along here. There's some nice meadows with little baby trees. Definitely turning fall time. The colors are beautiful though. All the huckleberry bushes are turned into this nice orange red color. Haven't seen any goats still, so I hope I get to see one. Mile 2, that was a 27-minute mile. We are leaving the subalpine meadows and we're starting to get back into the trees a little bit. So we'll have a little bit more cover there and the sun won't be near as aggressive down there. Check out this marmot, just chilling. What's up, buddy? Yep. Good morning. Kind of looks like a dog. Bark, bark. Mile 3, that was a 27-minute mile. We are back in the woods and we are steadily going down, down, down. Mile 4, that was a 23-minute mile. Bit of a weird situation back there. I was coming down and I came to a split in the trail. I was checking my map and I heard this noise. At first I thought it was like a bird or something, but then it kind of sounded like almost like a mountain lion chirping. It's like, okay, that's kind of odd. Pulled up my bear spray and just continued along. And then not long after I saw this orange thing in the woods and I was like, oh, is that a tent? Or it kind of looked like a car, honestly. It's like, that's a weird place for a car. And it turned out to be a tent and the door was open and there was a dog, like a little Jack Russell, just barking at the doorway. I was like, so I just continued on and was real careful, but I'm not really sure what that was about. It's kind of odd that nobody like quieted the Jack Russell. He just started barking and I didn't hear a human voice or anything. So keep my eyes out, but we're getting there. We get another 2 miles or so. All right, let's go. Mile 5, 23-minute mile. We're going downhill and we are running off a bit of adrenaline. I hear some people ahead, so that's exciting. Let's go. Whew, and that's a wrap. That was 6.5 hours, 14 miles, beautiful hike. I could have done without the elk circling my campsite all night and the mice jumping on my tent, but nonetheless, it was still incredible. Glad I got out there and did it. So I'm gonna drive down this dirt road that takes about an hour and it's washboarded the whole way. So that should be fun. But thanks for tuning in and I will catch you next time.